All right, hello everyone. Eric Marks, findingmiddleearth.com, and today is going to be a viewer requested video. A lot of you have been asking me to show you my Fujifilm X-T2 camera settings, how I have my camera set up, and what I have my function buttons assigned to. So hopefully this will help some of you. Before we get started, I have a free 45-minute video on landscape photography gear. It's all of my gear. And I talk about stuff in the bag, stuff outside of the bag, tripods, and little accessories here and there. So if you're interested in that, go to my website, click the big subscribe button at the top right of the page, shoot your email in the box, and then you'll get access to that free video. Hope that helps you out. So I have my little my iPhone here on a little tripod so that I can just record the back of my Fujifilm X-T2 in real time here. So let's go ahead and jump into the back of my X-T2 so we can get started on how I have my camera set up. Okay, so first things first, if you want to set your own camera up, if you hold the display back button here for a few seconds, all right, you'll get this screen that comes up, and you can actually see it's showing you button by button where each one is located on your camera, and you can choose one of them, or you can choose one of the settings to assign to each button. So there's 6 custom function buttons plus your Ael and Afl buttons. So you can see if you click on one of the buttons, you can assign, one of many settings, whatever fits your style of shooting, into one of these little function buttons. So let's talk about mine. First one is this little button on the front. Okay, let me show you where it's located on the back here. So right here, it's this little button on the front of the camera right below the front command dial. I have that button set up as my face detection settings. So I shoot a lot of photos of my wife and daughter, and I really like to use the face eye detect setting. So that's for left eye priority there, right eye priority, and you go up here, and that's your face detection setting. It's not letting me go through all of them because I have my camera in continuous focus mode right now. Let me go ahead and take it out of that and go back to AFS mode. So anyway, if I hit that again, I can go through left eye, right eye priority, face detect with eye auto, and then just face detection. So I have all those settings to quickly shoot some portraits, and it's right at my middle finger. That's the best part of it, is when I'm gripping the camera, it's right at my middle finger. I can just press it right in and access that setting. It was a very smart place to place that button. So next, let's talk about these selectors here, the up, down, left, right. So if you click up, I have my drive settings, which is going to be bracketing here. And that way, just as you guys know, I do a lot of bracketing. So if I just quickly press that without having to go into the menu, I can select how I want my bracketing set up. I can do 3 frames, 5, 7, 9 frames, and I can pick how many stops apart I want them. So that's just a quick and easy way to leverage the bracket settings just right there from the menu, or right here from the function button. So next is there's kind of 3 buttons, or 2 buttons set up for, 2 buttons set up for fast action photography, which kind of helped me a lot. So let's say right now, all right, I'm in AFS mode, as you can see here, and it's a single point focus zone, all right? And so let's say that I'm out shooting and I all of a sudden see a bird or some kind of wildlife, and I want to quickly get into a fast action shooting mode. Well, if I go around here to the front left of the camera, and I change it from AFS to AFC, all right, you can see it just did that. Then I can quickly go here on the right selector, and I can choose my AFC custom setting mode. So let's say I just want to choose this one. And then if I click down right after that, I can choose my zone. So I can go into a zone. And now I'm in continuous tracking on a custom setting mode on a specific zone. And you can see it's this button here, this button, and this button. These 3 buttons just allow me to quickly get into a fast action shooting. And if I want to get back into single point, then I can go here, back to single, and I can flip the selector all the way back to AFS, and I'm back. So that just really helps me for fast action stuff, because I can go right here for the settings, custom settings for the AFC, and then I can go right here for my zones. So I can go to wide, and the zone, and then the single point. So that's really nice for me. And then my left selector I have as a self timer. So that'll do 2-second or 10-second, which is nice if you're doing like a self-portrait hero shot or something. Or if you just, if you forgot your cable release and you want to have a very non-vibration shot, then you can do your self timer. So those are all just the very quick settings that really help me in my style of shooting. Now, AFL or AEL and AFL. I have my AEL button, which is auto exposure lock, which I pretty much never use. I have that set for my white balance because I do shoot in custom Kelvin a lot. And if you shoot in custom Kelvin, the X-T2 goes all the way from 2500 Kelvin at the very bottom all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. And that's really nice because since I bracket a lot, most of my brackets are shot at a custom Kelvin setting so that the white balance is 100% consistent across all the brackets. So that's really nice to have the AEL button up there just set to that. And then of course my AFL button is set to AF on, which is like a back button focus. So you can see that here. If we go back into the display back button, you can see my AEL is white balance and AFL is AF on. And of course, you can mix these settings up however you want. You can change them to be whatever button fits your style of shooting or fits, the way your hands kind of naturally grip the camera. There might be a button that works better for you. So that's how I have my, and then I'm sorry, function button number 1 up here. I have that set to the Wi-Fi settings. So if I'm trying to do a remote shooting or something, if I go ahead and press that up here, let's get back here, press that, you can see that goes into the wireless communication. So that way I can hook it up to my iPhone and everything will be good to go there for remote shooting. So there you go, Wi-Fi, the custom settings for AFC custom settings, the zone tracking, self-timer, your bracket drive settings, and then white balance up here and AF on up here. So it's a nice little workflow that I have here. And again, the more you use your custom buttons, they'll just become second nature. Like I could do this in my sleep now. I just immediately know that, what all these selectors mean when I'm out shooting, and it makes it very quick for me to be able to access them. So that's my, basic setup on the back here of my X-T2. Those are my camera settings. I hope that helped you. I can't remember the guy's name that asked for the video, but tons of people over the past couple of months have asked, so thought I would make that. If you guys have any other questions about camera settings or how I use the custom function buttons in the field or anything, feel free to leave those in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you would like to stay up to date on all of my photography videos and free tutorials, please consider subscribing by clicking on my face. And if you would like to find out more about me and how to improve your photography, visit my website at findingmiddleearth.com.